Hello, everybody. My name is Martha Alter Hines with Living the One Light. Okay, in this video, I am being asked very loud and clear to channel a message for you from Gaia on the topic that's pretty funny. She would probably be the one to speak on this. I mean, lots of beings would be, but she's really nudging me, or something is really nudging me to channel her on the topic of how do we actually create new Earth. So, yeah, I just suddenly today I'm getting this very, very, very strong push from her, or whatever this energy is that's pushing. Um, because I think it's really, really funny, of course, right? It's kind of ironic that we have all this desire to be here, to be creating new Earth, whatever that means. And then I think a lot, from my perspective, a lot of the conversation ends up being, not always, but can become relatively disembodied, or very much about focusing on, or can feel like maybe we're focused on our light body, which isn't different from our earth body actually at all. But I think the conversation can get a little ungrounded sometimes. And that's my feeling, at least. And yeah, and I'll mostly just let her speak. But from the Martha me perspective, it's like, oh, that is a really important reminder for me, for every, I think, for in general. But uh, we're my feeling, my very, very, very strong feeling and perspective is, of course, we're here to be co-creating this world that we're here to co-create. And we call it New Earth. But if it's New Earth, then it's definitely in concert as Earth, right? It's about, we're here in Earth bodies doing this as Earth. And if we wanted to be creating something other than quote unquote new Earth, maybe we wouldn't be here. We'd be somewhere else doing something else, right? So, yeah. And remembering that our bodies literally are Gaia. We're made out of Earth. So she is us, and she's moving as us. And um, yeah, and so much more I could say as human Martha me, but just say that I think part of this is that we have gotten trained for lots of reasons to assume that humans have the answers, and that our mind has the answers, and to come up with solutions from our minds, and to feel like humans are the most intelligent or powerful. You know, we know all this. That's kind of been the thinking. And we realize, oh no, there's so much more than our human brains can even comprehend, so much more of to who we are even, and certainly much more to what life is. So um yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna let her take over and help us to feel it. How do we co-create, how do we really create new Earth, quote unquote? I think part of my Martha answer would be, we're doing it. We're doing it. And one last thing the Martha me wants to say, the other thing I find, I don't know, a little sad or frustrating is when I feel in the world, even if I feel it in myself, I feel it, wherever, this notion that quote unquote new Earth is just going to be this thing that sort of washes over us, or I don't know, just happens to us. No, I don't think, I mean, maybe anything's possible, but I don't think so. I could speak for myself. I think I think we definitely, I feel very clear. I'm here, and we're here to be doing it. We're doing it. This is how we do it. So yeah, it's not a passive experience. We're here to be in action, right? And I will also just say, astrologically, when I'm recording this, this is relevant anytime you're hearing this, but I happen to be recording this in the time between, we just had the solar eclipse at 29 degrees of Virgo on the South Node in Virgo, new moon regarding Earth. And we're now, so this is Friday, October 3rd when I'm recording this. We're having a full moon in Aries on Monday, October 6th, or Tuesday the 7th, depending on where you are in the world. And I recorded a video about that, which I think is, incredibly relevant, of course, for the full moon. But this also so relevant for this energy that we started this lunar cycle with this beginning in the reality that we are Earth. We are Earth, Virgo. And then we're leading to a full moon in Aries, which can on one level is about action, is about the fact that we're here to do it. I have very strong Aries in my own chart, South Node, Venus, Chiron. Yeah, and so very much about you want XYZ thing. Okay, do it. Great, let's go for it. Yeah, I have had times in my life where I've observed people, friends or whatever it is, say, I really, 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 really want to go to France or Paris or something. And I'm like, okay, awesome. So what are you doing to make that happen? And then, so my Aries self gets like frustrated when it's like years go by and there's like no, it doesn't mean that they need to have gone to France, right? But it's like, well, if we want that to happen, um, there's no way it's going to happen unless we do it. Like we're here to do it. We're not necessarily here to go to France, but unless maybe you're already in France. No, but yeah, we have a dream, we have a vision, we have a mission, we have a goal. So Aries, do it. Like right now. We're here to do it. We're doing it. We're doing it right now. Yeah. So perfect astrologically. Okay. So I'm going to just let her take over. Let's see what comes through. And thank you for being here. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I would love, love, love for you to subscribe. If you haven't joined the free Living the One Light community, I would love for you to join that. All free and uplifting and supportive for this journey of co-creating this world that we're here to create. There's a free Living the One Light app now. If you haven't downloaded that, you can do that on Apple and on Android, and same free community, yeah, so please join in. In my opinion, that is part of how well, it's part of how I'm called to support us to be co-creating this world that we want, that we're here to create. So yeah, join in. Okay. Okay, hello and welcome, friends. Beings of Gaia, beings of cosmos. So yes, I am here as a vibration and a medicine and a voice of the being of Gaia, Earth, the physical being of Earth, the spirit, the soul, the song, the remembering, the ancientness of the being of your body, the being of this planet, and really reverberations of you in every lifetime as a being of Gaia, as a Gaian, as Jude Currivan calls us all. And yes, I am here to really, in a sense, call you back home call you back in your own way into a great remembering, which you're already part of, you're already doing. Just give you another message of great remembering to bring you back into your bodies, to bring you back into the rhythm of me, which is really the rhythm of yourself as a Gaian being and a cosmic being of time and space. And I'm here to bring you back into a remembering of various components of the wisdom of what it is to be a being of me. And also just a reminder that, of course, this is a time of major transformation of myself, which includes you, your body, your being, and also of the entire time-space continuum, moving from that wave of the time of great forgetting and then back into the wave of now the great remembering. So I invite you to take some long, slow, deep breaths, and along those lines, one of the first rememberings I want to offer for you is how much slower the rhythms of my body and my being often are, not always, but often can be, and actually similar with the cosmos. From your perspective, many components of the rhythm and the reality and the truth of my way of being can take what you call time. Of course, in another level, there is no time and there is no space, but in this version of reality, there's a need for an in-breath and an out-breath and a pause between the in-breath and the out-breath and a pause between the out-breath and the in-breath. And there are rhythms, just like the waves of the oceans, which are a humongous component of my body and being. And just like the rhythms of the cosmos, as for example, we move around the star called the sun, all the planets do, all the beings of the solar system do. And then the solar system moves around the black hole of this galaxy, et cetera, et cetera. Everything in the time-space continuum on that level has rhythms that take time. And of course, there are other components of reality that are instant and are constantly instantaneous and simultaneous. So don't require time and actually negate the concept of time even. But on this particular level of reality, I really want to bring you back to this slower rhythm of your bodies, what you are often calling the sacred slow, that a flower doesn't immediately go from being a seed to being a flower in bloom. there's a wisdom and a rhythm and a beauty, an exquisite divine beauty in every moment of the flower's existence, from seed to shoot to small emerging being to growing leaves to creating a bud to opening to closing to opening and closing again to dying to falling away to composting to growing again. There's a reason, a rhythm, and a wisdom to that rhythm. And the pace of it. So that's the first, in a sense, most fundamental set of remembering that I want to offer for you and invite you into as we move into the remainder of what I want to offer for you, because it feels very important to offer a remembering and an opportunity for your body and your nervous system to again take those long, slow, slow, deep breaths and remember and come back into the rhythm and the pacing that is truly natural to your body, to your being, that promotes vitality, healthiness, contentment, joy, etc. And of course, at other times, on other levels, so long as there is enough of the slowness, then the quickness, the fastness, the ecstasy, the joy, moving in a fast-paced way, excitement, also absolutely is incredibly natural, very much part of my rhythm as well, very much part of the rhythm of all of creation. It is the light, it is the energetic of creation itself, is the ecstatic dance. If you imagine nuclear fusion within stars, it's like the ultimate ecstatic love falling into love with itself. So there's a truth to the fastness and a truth to the slowness. And just in the way in which much of the world has been operating recently for you, often there's been a forgetting of the slowness as well. So again, taking another long, slow, deep breath, I invite you to let your body relax all the way. And feel the rhythm of my heartbeat as your heartbeat, the rhythm of your breathing in and out is literally me breathing in and out, etc. And then what I really want to offer more than anything today is an offering of an activation. to remember that I am you, you are me, but also I would love to hold an opportunity for you to feel an activation of the light of the heart of me and the reality that I am here as you, moving as you, and the intelligence, the divine intelligence of me is very much alive in you always. Yet I would love for that aliveness and that oneness and that connection with me to become more and more and more conscious for you, much more integrated. So it's similar to how Martha and Keone Hanalei were speaking the other day in another video about the cosmic beings love us so much, right? And the spirit allies love us so much. So it's similar. Many of you are familiar probably with the notion that if you have an angel team or any kind of spirit ally team, they're always on standby, you could say. They're always there waiting to help. They're always available. Yet they respect your wishes in a sense, and they respect your sovereignty. So they will stand back in a sense often until and unless you invite them in. So it's similar with me. I'm obviously always you. You're obviously always me. You're made of earth stuff. And yet there's an element that I would love to offer for you right now of being more conscious of that connection, that truth, that reality, that oneness that we are, and a choice you can make to consciously invite in more fully the light of the heart of me, the divine intelligence of me, the consciousness of me, and you could say even the spirit ally of me, to more and more and more powerfully, completely, and fully infuse the being of you, guide the being of you, and really ultimately be a very direct, co-creative, energetic, and light to support this co-creating of what you're calling quote unquote new earth. Or you could just say the world, the earth world. It's really about creating a new earth. Really, more than anything, it's like one way I could describe it is there's not a need to um, if you want to say, jump timelines. It's not about a magic wand or anything. It's like a sense of, if you imagine buying or coming into a new home, and that home could be an infinite, it could be experienced in an infinite number of ways, depending on how you engage with it, etc. So let's imagine you have, you know, bought a new home or you're renting a new home, new place to live. And of course, there are ways you could be engaging with that home that would or be decorating or placing things or having clutter or having it be dirty or clean, that could feel very, very inviting, warm, friendly, filled with love, joy, presence, magic, medicine. There could be a feeling of real connection there. It could feel like a home, in other words. And of course, as you probably all experienced, there can easily be places and homes where the opposite is true, or the opposite is felt. And that's really it's an active, conscious process on your part to be holding the space of your home, to be co-creating the life of your home in a conscious way that brings the love and the life and the welcoming, inviting feeling into wherever you are. Could be your home, it could be just you walking around the world, anything, right? Or if you imagine a garden, you've probably been in gardens that you can just tell have been very lovingly cared for. It emanates from everything. So, quote unquote, creating the new earth is literally this is the same thing, just on a bigger scale. But the co-creating new earth has to be done pixel by pixel. So it's not it's not something that just would manifest just from a wave of magic wand. It's beings of earth co-creating one sort of area of love after another, after another, after another, after another. If you imagine, for example, a beaver creating a dam, right? Or a fox, a mother fox creating a den for her babies. Really, in a sense, you could begin perhaps to think of yourselves as tenders of love, of earth spaces of love. And again, it's entirely up to you. It's entirely optional, but I am absolutely here and present to be co-creating that with you and as you, in whatever way is just right for you. So if you would like, either now or another time or anytime it feels right for you, I would love to offer you this space right now to have me, the light of the heart of me, come more fully into flowing through the being of you. Okay. So, taking a long, slow, deep breath, I invite you to, wherever you are literally, your body is me. Wherever you are here with me, as me. You're in some part of the world. Even if you're in a high-rise building, down beneath you is my body, but really even you could say every building is the body of me in some form. And you're surrounded certainly by the atmosphere of me. You're breathing air, which is also me. I'm not just land. I'm air. I'm land. I'm water. I'm ocean. I'm plasma. I'm fire, I'm all of it, right? So again, taking a long, slow, deep breath, I invite you to remember and feel that everything you're feeling, everything you're breathing, wherever you're sitting or lying or standing, that is all me. And your body is me, and I am you. And then I invite you to bring your consciousness all the way down into the very heart of my body and my being, to the light of the heart of me. And I invite you to feel and see and experience, hear the tone, the light, and the song of my inner being, my inner core being. I invite you to feel that song emanating through my whole body and being, through wherever you are sitting or lying or standing, and through your whole body and being. And feel how, just like a tuning fork, your own body is then calibrating and vibrating with the song of me. I am you. And I'm singing a song of remembering that your body knows. And you might even feel your own body as a tuning fork beginning to sing its song, or singing its song already, in concert with, in tune with that song of me. And you can feel the song of you and the song of me vibrating, toning, singing together as one, yet also distinct in and of ourselves. And breathing in and out, just I invite you just to feel that attuning, literally attuning happening between the song of me, the vibrating song of you, and this feeling of the song of me being a song of calling everything, including you, back home into the time of great remembering. And then I invite you to again bring your consciousness to that light at the heart of me, heart of Gaia. So you're feeling that song, you're feeling that vibration of the song of me emanating from the light of me. And then I invite you to feel and see not only the song of the light of me, but the actual light of me. And I invite you to feel and see that point of light at the very heart of me, and how it contains, it literally contains, as all light does, it contains the infinite possibilities of light itself, of love itself, of divine love itself. And I invite you to feel those, the particles of light of me, then also emanating from the very center of my heart and moving out through that song of me, through my whole body, my whole being, through all of time and all of space. And as it's doing that, also waking back up the particles of light of you in every single cell of your being, and the truth that of the infinite possibilities of the light of light that is you as well. And taking another long, slow, deep breath, I invite you to feel that song reverberating through you, and now these particles of light and the truth of the infinity and the infinite possibilities of light waking back up in every single cell of your being. You can breathe in and out, feeling perhaps any stuck or more dense emotions or energies just leaving your body. They're no longer needed. And then the very last component, I invite you to also feel and see the spirit being of me standing right next to you as a friend, as a guide, as a major spirit ally, as a co-creator, a co-creative spirit guide, and a member of the spirit team that we all are. So taking another long, slow, deep breath, I invite this really as a beginning or maybe a continuation for you, but for many of you, maybe a beginning of really feeling this activating experience of remembering that you are me, remembering what it is that you are here as an agent of action, a being of action, a Gaian being of co-creating this quote unquote new earth. But I would say even focus on the reality that you are a living, breathing being of me, Gaia, a living, breathing being of pure divine love, pure divine light in Gaian form. And I invite you to really, again, focus on not necessarily, quote unquote, saving the whole world or doing action that, has the goal of necessarily waving a magic wand and having everything change all at once, although anything is entirely possible. And on some level, again, certain things are instantaneous. But I would really encourage you, at least for right now, to focus on how the light, the love, the pure being of you as a being of me, a being of Gaia, who is also light and love as I am as well. I invite you to really focus on what I said earlier about creating pockets of love as Earth, as Gaia, just like you might create a living room that feels inviting and calming and nurturing and nourishing. And actually, I encourage you to literally create a living room like that, because that's exactly what I'm describing. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Is that every literal room you create that has that feeling has that feeling. And that then is multiplied all around the world as you all are doing that. Again, imagine beavers creating their dams, or birds creating their nests. How exquisite is it when you happen to have the privilege of seeing a robin's nest? And how exquisitely beautiful, and what a gift is that, right? It's the exact same thing. That's literally what you're here to be doing, is creating, just being the divine being of love and Gaia that is you, creating these nests like birds, these pockets of love, these rooms of love. And really, even without creating a physical room, just cultivating the the love that is you walking around the world, walking around your day. That is what you are calling quote unquote new earth. And thank you so much for being Gaians. Truly. I love you infinitely, literally. And so it is. Amen. Okay. I love that. Yes. Okay, well, there we go. I have a feeling there'll be more, but mm, I'm very touched. Like so sweet. The bird nests. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so many things. Okay. Well, share with us what came alive for you. Would love to hear. Um, yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. Really. Like really, truly, nothing is too small, right? Amazing. All right. See you all soon.